I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Hey y'all, hey! Hey! Get your water!
Yes, indeed, I'm walking.
Get your mat!
Just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company.
Hey, let's get this party started. Y'all, come on for the walk. Come on for the walk, y'all. See how I did that fade and then I turned it off? Oh, I didn't get on the treadmill yet. Oh, good morning, Karatika. I'm so bad with names. You know what my daughter used to say? She used to tell her friends when they would introduce, she would introduce her friends to me. And of course I was sitting there and she said, you know what? I gotta tell you, my mother's gonna mess up your name every time she uses it. But she's harmless. And to this day, I cannot. And I wish y'all would help. Cara. Now I can't even see it all, so I can phonetically do it. And somehow, after I finish this walk, but thanks for coming on the walk. Yay! I love company. Oh, I didn't hit the wave back. Darn it. I'll do it on the break. Okay, now I'm going to do it now, because guess what y'all know I forgot? Y'all know I forgot to put my fan on. Do y'all put fans on y'all when y'all work out? Oh, my goodness. I don't know what happened. Okay. All right. I went to wave and something else happened, but I'm old, so I could have touched something that I wasn't supposed to touch. You know, like, I don't thread needles anymore. It kind of tells you where I'm at. I don't thread needles anymore. Though I did get kicked off a Big O. I know somebody was like, oh, anybody who, like the 3 or 4 people who listened to me, who've been following me, when I said Big O, they were like, oh, what? Oh, no, when I said Threader, they were like, oh, no, she's going to tell her Big O story again. I got kicked off a Big O for showing a needle threader. They said it was pornographic. I don't know. I've used a needle threader before when I was young and didn't have the patience to thread a needle. I had the eyesight, I just didn't have the patience. And I never put anything sexual towards it. But, it's like a year and a half since they kicked me off Big O. But when you look at it, it could be kind of pornographic. Needle goes in, thread goes through. I know I'm getting a little hot now just talking about it. Then you pull the threader with the thread through it, through the eye of the needle. Oh, and then the thread comes through. Ooh. I gotta stop if I'm gonna finish this walk. Maybe that's why they kicked me off. I guess it is sexual. I never looked at it like that. I was like, as a young person, I was like, easy peasy. As an adult, I was like, can't see. So anyway, it's my legal story. But I wouldn't be walking right now with you guys if it wasn't for Bingo. Because in that little time, it only took them a month to kick me out. But in that month, I had gone with an agency, and you had to present, you had to be in queue, so to speak, 15 minutes before you went live. You had to stay live 2 hours, you could stay longer, but 2 hours minimum. And the camera, they wanted you up close, because they wanted the audience to have that personal thing with you. So it was like right there, you know. And I got over my fear there. Then you go all over the place. I mean, I blink and the day is gone and I've spent it on Bingo. So much talent, just so wonderful. Just, it's a great platform. I got nothing wrong with it. To say bad about it, nothing at all. But they kicked me out because I showed Anita Threader. Anyway, I hope y'all had a good evening. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday all day. Yay, we did it. We did it. Okay, y'all. Alright, I mean, you've been walking with me long enough, right? And I'm having a little camera issue here. And something wonderful is happening. Y'all know I'm doing the podcast for my show Neighbors, which is on public access television, and it's on YouTube. My editor put it under a website to which he controls, but we anyone who understands anything about anything knows the no about the thingamajiggy. So you can go over there. It's Neighbors. No. Yeah, it's Neighbors TV - Chess Song, and that's where the episodes are. And we have a page too, as in also Facebook page, Neighbors TV, and that's where I put the podcast up on. And I also put it up on my my Facebook page profile. So this guy sent me, Coach Victor, which I was working with doing the podcast with him, and I don't know, but it's not. But he introduced me to this gentleman that I'll have to talk to get more information on. But in the meantime, the gentleman is sending me YouTube videos of different plays, and the way he calls it, I really like it. So I'm sharing it to the Neighbors TV page, because that's where we do all things chess. I know it should be all things chess and Neighbors, but Neighbors has a podcast. That's where I talk about Neighbors. I talk about Neighbors on the podcast. On Neighbors TV, Facebook, my Facebook page, we talk about chess. So I'll be taking his YouTube things and putting it over on my Neighbors TV page. It's Friday, y'all. Whew. I don't know. And I was thinking about the season changes, you know. I understand, and I don't understand why, like, people go to Florida and it's like one, or California, one temperature all the time. I would go somewhere today if I could live in like 72-degree temperature all year round. I have to be able to get nature's air. Air conditioning is great. Trust me, air conditioning is wonderful. It's like a miracle. It's one of those phenomenal. That's air conditioning. Push a button to clean the air. That's a miracle. Someone turning water to wine, not a miracle. It can't be done again. But people can push a button and use an air conditioner every time. That miracle happens all the time, not just once. Look at these just once miracles. If it's a miracle, it's supposed to be miracleizing everybody all the time. Anybody who uses it, you're miracleized. So, here we are. We're walking. It's humid. I want y'all to know that. It's humid. You're not old. You're not having a heart attack. Ain't nothing wrong with your breathing. It is humid. And remember that weather thing we was talking about? I still have to be able to open my window. I still got to be able to catch a breeze. It's very important that I get a breeze. It's imperative that I feel against my skin a breeze. I can't be in air-conditioned lives all the time, even at home. A lot of times we use a dehumidifier. We just take the air out, the water out of the air, and then everything cools down. So I can't go to those hot places, but 70, 69, 72-degree weather all year round, I'm there. Because the fluctuation, which is exciting. Okay, we're in summer. Then we're going to hit fall, which is, all right. Fall is so beautiful. Leaves dying. So beautiful. How is that? How is that? And back in the day, that's where they used to get their dyes from. How is that? So beautiful, and it's dying. So I love fall. I love how it kind of, what it called, you need autumn. You know, you slip from summer, and then you get that little breeze. You feel it on your arms. You feel it. You sniff it. You taste it. And you know it's fall. And because it's harvest time, I guess as humans, it's very exciting for us because that's the time we know the earth is going to bring forth. I said the earth. Whew. I went through it, y'all. And after a while, you stop asking questions. You stop saying, this don't make no sense. But enough raps on the head, enough, enough back slaps, enough having your cousins beat you up, enough of that incest stuff. And you learn, because you're broken down, you just say, yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Oh yeah. 2 loaves of bread and 5 fish and fed like about 1 billion people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's possible. Absolutely, that's possible. You don't question no more. They take the question out of you. You don't question. And then it's in you. And the only thing that removes it is years and years and years of education. And then you gotta go all the way down in there and you have to say, it's okay now for you to come back up. It's okay for you to question this stuff. And now you're old enough to look it in the face and say, bullshit. I call bullshit. Now, trust me. Some folks need bullshit. Instead of looking within and saying, I'm invincible, they can't do that. I told y'all my invincible story, right? That I tell my daughter? Well, basically, I don't lie to her. I told her, okay. I told her the Santa Claus lie until I couldn't take it no more. Because we were just going with the cult. And I couldn't take it no more. And I told her, no, Santa Claus can do it. That's my blood, sweat, and tears. Basically, your rent money, that food that you wanted, that special snack, I just spent it on, I just spent it on a Christmas tour and gave all the credit to a big white man. I couldn't understand. So I had to break the cycle. I had to say it was me. It was me and you that gave it to you. But then I had to also tell her, don't say that too loud. Don't say that when we're around the family because they're in a cult. Just go ahead and say the big white man came down the chimney that your mother don't have. Go with the flow. If not, it's going to be rough on you. So, we went with the flow. And she knew. There wasn't Santa Claus. She was upset with it. So what, we had to scrimp and scrape. You had to pay for transfers back then. So if she could walk, we wouldn't have to take extra money for a transfer. And that's where her Christmas money went. That's how she got her Christmas gifts. Through her and my sacrifice. Not some white man in a red suit. He never came to us, never gave us nothing, never helped us do anything. So, that was the first lie. The second lie I told, I call it the emergency lie. Oh my goodness. The emergency lie that all mothers should tell their children. Of course, reading something, because remember, she used to read the headlines for me because she knew enough to read. She was already writing her name on her library card at like 4.5. So, she knew how to read. And sometime at dinner, for us to get kind of close to each other, while I cook or scrub clothes in the sink or something like that, I'd ask her just to read the headlines for me. And then there was something I was interested in, I would go and finish reading it and I'd read it out loud to her. And it was horrible, but it was New York. And it was something about a little girl being touched by a man, and it could have even been a television show, because we roll like that. It's real life. And she didn't tell her mother because the man said, well, the uncle, he threatened to kill her, the mother, the brothers. So she didn't tell. So my daughter said to me, I don't want you to die, Mommy. I wouldn't tell. And I looked at her and I said, Mommy can't die. Can't nobody kill Mommy. So don't you worry about that. If somebody put their hands on you, you ain't got to say it to them, but in your head you say, I'm going to tell my mama. So don't you say it to them, but in your head, they say, oh, well, I'm going to kill your mother. In your head you say, my mother can't die, and I'm going to tell my mother. I said, not to him. Say it in your own head. I said, when you come back and tell me, and I'm going to take care of them. Trust and believe. I said, so don't let nobody threaten you. Saying they're going to beat your mother, kill your mother. I said, they can't kill me. They can't beat me. I don't die. Her little face, she was like, you don't die? You can't be killed? And I looked her in her eye and I said, if a man touch you and tell you, if you tell me, he gonna kill me? No, I can't die. He ain't gonna kill me. I said, don't let him know that. It's between me and you. Just in your head, you say, I'm gonna tell my mother. Hey y'all, we at 20 minutes already. Let's do this.
Thank you for the company.
I was gonna power through. But I don't think I am.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to
Here I am, y'all.
happy.
Y'all had your water? Sip water?
Thank you for the company.
Alright, let's get back to the walk, y'all. Let's get back to the walk. I gotta tell you, I love that song. I listen to the background and how everything is, how I matched everything up. See, when I was in the cult, I wasn't able to say how I matched everything up. I had to say, God matched everything up for me. I was the tool. That was my cult. I was the tool. I am the tool. So anyway, so We kept that. So those were the 2 lies, but I don't make a habit of doing it because I'd rather just have nothing to do with you. And I think that's another thing about realizing, even as a young adult, that, let me just backtrack a little bit. I had my daughter, and I had to work and stuff like that, so you kind of need family to, to support you as best you can, even if they're the crappiest of family. It's better 1 than none. It's better than 5 crap bags than none. And I held on for as long as I needed that village to raise my daughter. And I spent the whole time in the village blocking blows aimed at my daughter or myself. And then it was a cult, and if I felt like this was happening, it had to be something that I haven't mentioned in my house since my eyes were awoken. I give no credence or credit to. But I can tell you, in my grandmother's South Carolina home, the devil was ever present. You couldn't take the Lord's name in vain, but you could talk about the devil all day long. That's the devil in you. You know that girl got the devil in her. The devil made her do it. You know what the devil did. You know the devil know how to work his way into your life. You know how the devil set you up. Everything. And when Flip Wilson came out with The Devil Made Me Do It, I knew incest was going to be off the chain. Of course, you could always blame it on the devil. And basically, if you say it was the devil, in cult world, you're excused. I didn't kill those 10 people. The devil made me do it. Oh, well, okay. That's totally understandable. That devil, he's in everything. That devil does anything and everything. Go pray. I've seen it in action with my own 2 eyes. I've watched my cousin steal from my grandmother and tell her. But it was the devil. Oh, she can totally understand that. She can totally understand. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, no, he's a freaking thief. And then if she did call you a thief, you're a thief because the devil is a thief. No responsibility do you have for anything criminal. Of course, when your wife is beat, or you beat your wife, poison your husband, you know who did it. You know who did it. The devil. And I said, when I leave my grandmother's house, I don't want to take that devil with me. And it took me years. And now I'm speaking to you in reference to a past, but no, he's totally non-existent. Take responsibility. And that's what society said. Well, you don't take responsibility. You have cults all around them. They were raised in cults that tell them they have no responsibility. Make it make sense. You didn't do it. The devil made you do it. If you did good, God made you do good. But he don't make you do good often because it's more the devil. makes sense. Take responsibility. So in my world, I didn't do it. I didn't want him all that in my life. So I tried to, because you still have to be cult related, because culture, cult. So I didn't want to be African Americans. They don't call you like atheists. They don't call you waking up and smelling the coffee. Right now, how I'm speaking, any cult member that's listening, they have already forgiven me because they know it's not me. They are convinced and sure positive to give it to the devil. And then they can dismiss me. But I didn't take him in my household. I didn't like him. I knew he was fictitious. I know he was just one big old excuse that everybody used to do, excuse my French, fuck shit. And I wasn't accepting it. I'd rather have my daughter come to me and say, you know, Ma, I fucked up. I hope we can think and find a way to get through this. And I say, yeah, honey, tell me what it is. Let's see how we can work this out, see what research we can do. That's real life. If she came to me and said, oh, Mommy, the devil made me do it. She going to jail. She going to jail. She going to jail. If she did anything, I ain't covering for that bullshit. Mommy, I made a mistake. I wasn't thinking. This is so how then we can work it through. Then we can work it through. I got a few phone calls. I've been here on this earth long enough, got through as a single woman with a child. I got a few things I know how to do. It ain't tricks. It's real things I know how to do. We can get through it. But if she walked in and said some crap like, the devil made me do it. The devil made me do it. If it's something she did somebody to, I'm calling and telling. It ain't her, it's the devil. If it's something against the law, I'm calling the police. It ain't her, it's the devil. I don't like devil. Devil going to jail. Devil finna get her ass kicked. I don't like the devil. So don't bring that excuse to me. It don't help you. It get you messed up. Yes, indeed. It's Friday. And we did 4 days this week. And yesterday, whew. You see, I'm walking slow. Oh, she's walking so slow. You just don't get it. You don't get it. I sweat for like 10 minutes after I get off this thing. Because I'm still exercising. I'm still walking. My body is still going. My heart is still beating. Blood is still pumping about. Doing what it do, how it do, the way it do. So, I had reason. some notes here that I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, when y'all talk about the shooter, I read a letter from one of my cool Facebook friends, and her post, and I just remember her saying that her mother, who during the pandemic, you know, you had certain times that we had to go shopping. I was so glad they had senior citizen time, so we wouldn't be around all them diseases. And you know, stuff like that. But after they got their vaccinations and everything, now they're not going out a lot, but they're going out enough. And then she learns from her mother, can't remember exactly how, that the mother doesn't feel like being out like that no more. Don't feel like being out like that. Doesn't want to be out like that. It's because of the shooting. Because of all of the shooting. And she knows it, like everybody knows it. When you heard how easily they helped that boy get guns when he said he was going to go kill black people, and then turned around and killed quite a few white people and maimed and all that stuff, then white people know they're screwed. Because as long as they say they get guns to kill African Americans, anyone will help them. And everyone will help them. And even they know it. They can't do anything about it. But I'm not blaming Laura's mother. I'm just saying that generation, you didn't say anything. It was okay. Remember? Oh, he raped me. Lynch him, lynch him, lynch him. Tar and feather him. Remember? And then she came back. She was like, oh, I was just playing. See? So, I have some words how I did, because I lived in Mount Vernon on the south side. And, like I said, that was a side that if someone in a gang got shot 4 blocks away, the area in which I was lived in was so centrally located to the pharmaceutical trade that they made sure to memorialize them over by us and far away from where they died and fell. It's all in the marketing. And say if the Bloods and the Crips are having a fight, and one of the Crips die on the other side of town. Well, the Crips would literally bulldoze their way and be shooting and everything because they're coming in, and the Bloods, and they be killing guys. So they can bring in and have their memorial there. Not where the person died, where it was centrally located enough. And when I checked, the poor landlord was so scared, he wasn't going to say nothing. So I'm just giving you an example of where I live. Remember, we were supposed to go there as artists and teach arts and blah, 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 and make the world a better place for you and me. And the crooked man ran him out of town. And then we worked and got rid of him. So I know something. Now, young people those shooter types, they don't get up early. They don't. They sleep till like 3 o'clock. The gamers, shooters, drug dealers, it's the same mentality. It's the OG drug dealers that be trying to do drug transactions in the morning, but as the police are changing shifts, but they're pretty peaceful. They just want to do their business. So if I was going to come out and start doing stuff, if it was early in the morning, I would do it on the OG time. All I would see was the hand back and forth in the pocket and the both and the back and forth like that. But none of that gun stuff. That's the young ones. But they had already shot up the place. And so now they're asleep. So that's a good time to go out. Now, be back in before 3 o'clock. Have everything done, whatever you have to do, before 3 o'clock. Then, from 3 to about 6 is safe because you got the adults coming back and forth to work and stuff, like their parents are around and stuff like that. So some of them have to report home and stuff, like that. So it's a little safe for you to like run out to the store to get little stuff. And then after that, you stay in the house. Now I'm not going to tell her about how when the gangs took over blocks and you could walk down the block, but then the next block you went to was gang owned, so you'd have to cross the street and walk the other side and then cross back over and then go to the store. Because you could only walk that side of the block if you were a gang member. And I remember, first time I saw that bullshit, I called my gang members. First I called the city of Mount Vernon, and they did nothing. Then I called the county, and they did nothing. Then I hit up my state representative, my, believe it or not, United States, who was Elliot Engel, who that left in disgrace, which I would have never thought. No, the man was allegedly, no, I remember reading that in the paper, that he had a home in another state, but he got elected here. But I called him and I said, what kind of shit is this? There's seniors around here. We lucky we can make it down one street. What is all this zigzagging back and forth? How they own street? Do I have to stop paying my rent because my landlord shouldn't pay no taxes because the gang people own the streets? And can I give them my rent money? And then, a miracle. They came down, took all that shit from the side of the street that they was claiming as their street, stood on the corner and eyeballed them bitches down, and then the old people were just able to go one straight line to the store and one straight line back home. Kids, instead of having to cross, they finally go one straight line and back. And I was like, you dumb bitches, everybody got a gang. Everybody got a gang. So I called in my gang. And guess what? They stopped doing that dumb shit, taking over a street. What kind of crazy stuff is that? Get a job. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Whew. The walls of my life. But you ain't gonna do that. And Child, wait till y'all get that book. I should have known it was a cult. I used to contact them churches. Would you please come and get these kids? They, especially when they would set up their little memorials and everybody be crying and drinking. I was like, you church people, get in here. They ripe for the picking. But no. They would never do it. Remember I told y'all the African people from the Bronx came? And even they came Sunday afternoon. They would, but it was so good seeing them. And they would sing, and they brought fresh fruit. They brought fresh fruit. And it was so cool when they came through. It was different, you know? Though the same cult, same wackadoo. But, so you see, I don't, that's why I never made good wife material. That right, that there. That. Now, if you want someone who works, excellent cook, excellent conversation with, got your back, down for you like 4 flat tires, I'm the one. Tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember I got the idea when I was pumping up the float for the pool? Not a big pool. We ain't wealthy. It's just, remember we take the garage and we put a pool in there that's big enough so I can sit in some floats, because it is great floating around on a float. It takes care of your equilibrium. It balances everything out. Something about weightlessness. And I probably read about it somewhere, but it is so healing. Your elbows and put your elbow in, squeeze your gut like you're pumping an air tire. You know what you do in the pumping up a tire. I'm sure, but I'm not counting. 10. One for good luck. Yeah, y'all. Let me let y'all know that we come into our water that all right, it ain't working. We done lost the Bluetooth, so we just gonna walk until we go to water. Now, sweat is pouring off me. Even after I slowed down and did that, sweat is pouring off of me. Pouring right off me. Yep. Whew. Feels real good. I was supposed to call and see if Johanna was available this weekend to come and work with me and Leslie. So, we'll see. Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Please like, comment, share. Please like, comment, share. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell her uncle, tell her auntie, tell her cousin. Y'all know we ain't going nowhere. We just drinking some water. Hey, yep, that's the end of our walk, y'all. Now, this is our 5-minute water drinking check. Did I put drink and sip? I may have to go back and do the title again for Facebook. Did I put It was supposed to be drink water and chat. Anyway. Don't nobody give me a dime. And it's my alkaline water from the sink that I put in this. I just, you know, when I realized I would have to turn over and start drinking water after I watered everything down. That's how I got into water. I just started watering everything down. How did I get off soda? I just watered that down until I was like, I don't even want it no more. How did I get off juice? I watered that down. Didn't even want it no more. When I was on Gatorade for electrolytes, what did I do? Water that down. I didn't even want that anymore. So then I said, you got some change. What do you want to do? And I said, I want to drink the champagne of water. So every now and again, you know how people go get a case of champagne, a case of this? I go get me a case of the champagne of water. And that's the bottle that I use. But I use alkaline from my sink. But when I feel like celebrating, it's like, ooh, I'm going to get me that case of water. And I do. And I sit back and I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how I roll. Let's get this down. Yeah, that's what I do. I just water everything down. Until now, I just drink water. And I told my daughter the same thing. Just, you want a soda? Sure can have it. Half soda, half water. 75% water, 25% soda. So nasty. You don't want water no, so you don't want soda no more. You just drink water. That's how you wean yourself off. Okay, I feel a belch coming. Wait a minute. Okay, because I don't want nothing to stop this. Let's go. Y'all know the rhythm I get. It's a flow. Breathe, swallow. It's almost like a well-oiled machine. And then I can knock this whole thing out. Let me see if I can crank it into the groove. That's what happens when the air coming up, collides with the water going down. That's how I'm interpreting it. Okay. Whoa. See? That had to come up for the rest of this to go down. I did tell y'all that was my second one of the morning, right? And then the third one, when I eat, I pour water out of that. if I feel thirsty, which I don't. But if I'm sweating, I'm like, oh, I need to get something to drink. Excuse me, y'all. Air comes up. What goes in? And I smoked for 35 years. But I breathe. Breathing is breathing, and smoking is smoking. For me, it was two different things. But for other people, it's the same thing, y'all. Hey!
Power on. Bluetooth ready to pair. Bluetooth connected.
Here we are. Thanks for coming on a walk, y'all. Hey, if y'all want to leave me a message, a comment, do y'all like the water segment? It's only for the summer.
Thank you for the company.
Thanks for coming on the walk. Please like, comment, share. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Yeah!
Yes, it
Yeah!
is.